Hello everyone, this is Kripake from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, currently in 6th semester, pursuing computer science and engineering. In this video, we are going to be studying about the subject system software, subject code 18CS 616. So today we are going to be dealing with a question as follows. This is the given grammar and we are supposed to construct a predictive parsing table. So firstly, what is a predictive parsing table? The predictive parsing table is a data structure used in predictive parsing. It maps a combination of a non-terminal and a locate symbol to a production rule. It guides the parser's decisions, determining which production to apply based on the current non-terminal and the next input symbol. So this is about predictive parsing table. So the solution has 4 steps, that is elimination of left recursion and perform left factoring. Step 2, computation of first. Step 3, computation of follow. Step 4 is the construction of predictive parsing table. And as step 5, let's solve a problem with a string id plus id star id. Moving to the step 1, elimination of left recursion and perform left factoring. As there is no left recursion in grammar, so we will proceed as it is. Also, there is no need of left factoring. Step 2, that is computation of first. This is the given grammar and let's perform the computation of first. So the computation of first is as follows. For the first statement, E gives DE dash. We have first of E, that is equal to open bracket comma ID. So E gives DE dash. So T gives FD dash and F gives E and ID. So taking the first bracket and the ID, first of E is equal to open bracket comma ID. Next E dash gives plus DE dash and epsilon naught. For E dash gives plus DE dash and epsilon naught, we have plus and epsilon naught as a first. Next is T gives FD dash, where first of F is equal to open bracket comma ID. So T gives FD dash, F gives E of ID, so open comma ID is the follow of F. Next, follow of T dash is equal to star comma epsilon naught. So T dash gives star FT dash and epsilon naught. So we take star and epsilon naught. F gives E and ID. So we take open bracket and ID. So this is the first of the given grammar. Moving to the step 3, computation of follow. So computation of follow is same. So E gives DE dash. So follow of E is open and dollar. Dollar is the input symbol. Follow of DE dash as epsilon. So it is open and dollar symbol. So FT dash we have as we had the operands plus and open bracket with the input symbol, that is the dollar. Same conveys to T dash and F. So this is for the computation of follow. Step 4, construction of predictive parsing table. So this is how the predictive parsing table looks like. It consists of 6 columns, 7 columns and 6 rows. So we have ID plus star open bracket, close bracket and a dollar. And we have E, E dash, T, T dash and F. So that is non-terminal and this is the terminal side. So this is the predictive parsing table. So moving to the construction of predictive parsing table, this is how the predictive parsing table looks like. So we get the predictive parsing table from the first and follow, which we derived it in the previous steps. So this is the first and this is the follow table. So as you can observe, the first and follow table, using that we derive the predictive parsing table, which is terminal and non-terminal, which we have ID plus star open braces close braces dollar, and we have E, E dash, T, T dash and F. So as we see, E gives DE dash, we have open and ID. So In ID we place E gives T E dash, and in open braces we place E gives T E dash. And moving to next E dash, we have plus and epsilon naught. So in the place of plus we have E dash gives T E dash and epsilon naught, and since we have epsilon naught, we place that in open bracket and dollar. Next is T gives ft dash. So first of f is equal to open braces comma id, so we place T gives ft dash in id and open braces. Next T dash gives star ft dash and epsilon naught. So first of T dash is equal to star comma epsilon naught, so we place T dash gives star ft dash in star, and since we have epsilon naught we place it in open braces and the dollar as shown in the predictive parsing table. We place T gives epsilon naught and T dash gives epsilon naught and T dash gives epsilon naught and close braces and dollar symbol. Next F gives E and ID. So first of F is open braces comma ID. So we place F gives E and ID in open braces and ID. In ID we place F gives ID, and in closed braces, in open braces we place F gives E. So this is how we create the predictive parsing table for the given grammars that is derived from the first and follow. Moving to the next, checking acceptance of string ID plus ID star ID using predictive parsing program. Initially, the stack will contain starting symbol E and dollar at the bottom of the stack. Input buffer will contain a string attached with dollar at the right hand. If the top of stack is equal to current input symbol, then symbol from the top of the stack will be popped, and also input pointer advances or reads next symbol. So moving to the example problem, which we are going to be solving with the string id plus id star id dollar. This is the sequence of the predictive parsing moves. So initially we have stack, input and action. In stack we already have dollar $e, where dollar is the input symbol, and input we have the string that is id plus id star id dollar, and action, since we have E, we are going to start with E gives T E dash. In stack we are going to place it with the reverse order. So dollar E dash T, that is id plus id star id dollar, that T gives ft dash. We're going to again place it in the reverse order. So dollar E T dash F, we get the same string with F gives id. In the next step we get id, and we are going to remove id from the input. So after removing the id, we get E dash and T dash with the remaining input, and for T dash and plus id we have the action as T dash gives epsilon naught. So T dash gives epsilon naught, which we get E dash with this input, and E dash gives plus T E dash. Place it in the reverse order. We remove plus, as we already have plus in the input. After removing the plus, we do with the T and ID. So T gives ft dash. Place it in the reverse order. We get this input, and F gives ID. Place it in the reverse order, and we remove ID as it is in the input stack. Next, we start with E dash and T dash with the remaining input star id dollar. So T dash gives star ft dash. So we have star here, so we are going to remove star. Next we are going to start with stack E dash, T dash and F with the input id dollar. So F gives id. We are going to reverse it and place it in stack, and we are going to again remove id. And next is E dash, T dash. The leftover input is dollar, so T dash gives epsilon naught. So E dash, the input is dollar, and E dash gives epsilon naught. So dollar E is in stack, and input has dollar, and action is accept. So until and unless we come to this step, we are going to be continuing with the stack input and action. So this is for checking the acceptance of the string id plus id star id dollar with the parsing moves. So this is how we solve the predictive parsing table for the given grammar. I hope this video is highly helpful for learning about construction of predictive parsing table for the given grammar. Thank you.